Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. The two candidates vying for the White House are taking a break from targeting votes in battleground states to campaign in Texas. Donald Trump, here courting voters in Las Vegas, Nevada earlier, will visit Austin to record an episode of The Joe Rogan Experience, the biggest podcast in the US. The appearance is part of the Trump campaign's calculated media strategy, which is focused on podcasts popular with younger men over traditional media outlets.
4 years ago, we had no inflation. We were energy independent. We were strong as hell. Nobody was playing games with us. Nobody was threatening us. The Middle East wasn't fighting. Russia wasn't going into Ukraine. They never would have gone. What a shame. What a mess we are in. The world, the whole world is in a mess.
Meanwhile, Kamala Harris, who drew around 20,000 people in the battleground state of Georgia for a star-studded rally with rock legend Bruce Springsteen and the former President Barack Obama, is set to appear at a campaign event in Houston alongside Beyoncé.
Just 12 days left in one of the most consequential elections of our lifetime, and I don't need to tell you voting has already started. And everybody here knows it's going to be a tight race until the very end. So we have a lot of work ahead of us. But we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win. We will win. We will win.
Two brothers who were convicted of murdering their parents in a case that shook America more than 3 decades ago are a step closer to being released on parole.
Good afternoon, everyone.
A Los Angeles County District Attorney has recommended that Eric and Lyle Menendez be resentenced by a judge because new evidence merited a review. The 1989 murders of Kitty and Jose Menendez in their Beverly Hills mansion has gripped the US for years, recently inspiring a popular Netflix series. For the brothers to gain their freedom, a judge would have to agree with the recommendation and then a parole board approve their release. 3 journalists have been killed in an Israeli airstrike on a building known to be housing reporters in southeastern Lebanon. The attack was carried out on a guest house in a compound in Hasbaya being used by more than a dozen journalists from at least 7 media organizations, with a courtyard containing cars clearly marked with the word press. The 3 men worked for broadcasters Al Manar TV and Al Mayadeen TV, which issued statements paying tribute to their employees. Lebanon's information minister said the attack was deliberate and described it as a war crime. Officials from the US, Israel and Qatar have said negotiations over a potential Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal are set to resume in Doha in the coming days. A spokesperson for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said an Israeli delegation will travel to Qatar on Sunday. It is not yet clear whether Hamas has agreed to participate in the talks. The US believes the death of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar last week, seen as one of the group's most extreme figures, may open the door to an agreement, though Hamas has accused Israel of being the primary bloc to any deal. King Charles has met with the British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer in Samoa at a reception for new heads of government on the sidelines of the Commonwealth Summit. Charles officially opened the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Samoa on Friday, which is said to feature talks on climate change and questions of reparations for Britain's role in transatlantic slavery. Starmer said that the transatlantic slave trade was abhorrent and that while history cannot be changed, it should be talked about. King Charles is the symbolic head of the Commonwealth, which is a group of 56 countries, most of them former territories of the British Empire. And striking images from the Sahara Desert show large lakes etched into rolling sand dunes after one of the most arid, barren places in the world was hit with its first floods in decades. The Sahara does experience rain, but usually just a few inches a year and rarely in late summer. Recent NASA satellite data shows nearly 8 inches of rain in some parts of the region. Experts say it's been several decades since there's been this much rain in such a short space of time. Some of the most dramatic images are from the desert town of Merzouga, where the rare deluge carved new lakes into the sand dunes. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.